this party started.
Woo!
Let me get this thing going here. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Joanna.
And we are going to talk about some Disney World questions and answers. We got a list of Joanna's top 10 rides we're going to talk about.
Rides.
And we got t-shirt giveaway.
Yeah!
If you stay tuned at the end, we are going to give away some of these t-shirts, or a t-shirt. My wife, she's at work right now. Dawn, she has a complete room in this house that is, for several years, been dedicated to making shirts and cups, and she makes badge reels and all this stuff. So she's going to make a shirt and give away, and we're going to tell you all the details at the end. So just hang on, it won't be long, and we'll tell you how to get one. And you can pick your color, and it'll be this design, the Mickey design or the Minnie design, and that'll be cool. Let me check our sound and make sure we're okay here real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Yep, it sounds like we're okay. A little echoey, but okay. All right. And in the event nobody, it's just very possible, gets on while we're talking about the t-shirt, then we'll try again next week. I've been giving away pins, and I think we've done 3 or 4 of those, and now on the live streams we're going to start doing shirts, and it won't just be this design. We're going to start coming up with some different designs, and eventually we'll link them into our different YouTube videos in case you ever want to grab one. She already makes like a lot of shirts locally, and I was like, why not just go ahead and, if somebody, because there's a lot of, when you're at Disney World, there's a ton of families that have the matching shirts on and all that sort of thing, so she could easily do that. But we'll be giving a bunch of stuff away. So we're going to start with some questions y'all sent in from our last one. And then after we do a few questions, Joanna's got a list of rides she wants to tell you about, her top 10. And then after that, we'll finish our questions and do our giveaway.
Yes.
That sound good?
Yeah, and we're going to give away a t-shirt, so pick the color. So you can pick a Mickey like him or a Minnie like me.
Yep. I think they look good.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to these questions real quick. Y'all stay tuned, and if you're watching this after the fact, we're going to start doing these on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, and we'll always be giving something away. It'll be a shirt for a good while, and then we might change it up. We might, next trip to the park, we might grab some stuff to give away. So just stay tuned.
Yeah.
And we will go from there. All right, let me bring up our questions.
Yeah.
Lisa asked us to tell her more about the free water park situation this year. Is this thing? Yes, we're good. And the answer to that is, in 2025, they announced your first day, your check-in day, you get basically a free pass to go to the water park. So, I mean, that's like a $80 or $100 value, so that's good. And what I was reading, what some people are doing, if you're staying for a longer length of time, is, and we've done this before, but not for this reason, like, let's say you go to All-Star Sports for the first half of your visit, and that first day you'll get the water park. And then after 3 days, switch over to Pop Century or even just All-Star Music right beside it or whatever, and you'll get another free water park day. So that would actually be a nice, even though you'd have to move your luggage, which they'll move it for you, that would be a nice rest day. Switch hotels, but that day you could go to the water park. So do it early, or just drop your luggage off of Bell Services. They'll move it for you. Go to the water park, and then when you come back, go to the next hotel. It'll be ready for you. So that's the story. I don't know if it's all of 2025 or just into the first half, but I know right now that is definitely going on. But it is cold in Orlando right now, so they've been closing the water park because, like, you don't want to swim in 40-degree weather. Even though some of it's heated, you're still going to freeze your butt off. But, and give it a couple weeks, it'll be back nice and warm. Zach asked, does each hotel have an arcade? Tell them,
Yes.
tell them about the arcades.
The arcades are very fun. They have lots of games and like even there's like controllable games that you can control.
There's like, according to the hotel, they all have arcades. That's a yes, and you can use the same card at each one of them. But like, yeah, that's okay.
Why?
It's just a random bug flying around. Yeah, we got a stink bug flying. We like, for example, the Pop Century, Art of Animation, the Value Resorts have got a sizable arcade that we enjoy, but when we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside, which is a moderate, it had a little bit bigger arcade, and basically the same games plus a few extra ones. You don't really win anything, but you just pay for your, you buy the card, pay for it. We put like $20 on it, and usually it'll last several days, if not longer. I've got 2 right now that still have like $5 or $10 left on them from different trips. So we like the arcades.
Yeah,
and they usually stay up until about 11.
Yeah.
So it's let's see. Beth asked, "Do Skyliner hotels also have a bus option?" And the answer is yes. But if you're asking, let's say you're at Pop Century and you want to go to Hollywood Studios, there's not a bus to Hollywood Studios. You have to take the Skyliner. Unless there's some weather situation where the Skyliner is not working, which is very rare. And I've seen this in some forums before where people say, I'm scared of heights and I'm staying at Art of Animation or Caribbean Beach or wherever. Can I just take a bus to Hollywood Studios or Epcot? No. You have to take the Skyliner. And I promise, I mean, at one point it does get up like 50 feet above the ground and whatever, but it's for the most part a smooth ride. We like the Skyliner, don't we?
Yeah.
It's you can just push your stroller in there or walk in with all your stuff, and it's pretty easy going. Now it will stop occasionally if they're loading up a wheelchair or something, but it's no big deal.
So,
Let's do one more question, then we'll jump into your 10.
yeah. Top 10 favorite rides.
But let's also mention, if you're just tuning in, at the end of this, we are giving away a free T-shirt that'll look like either this
or this.
You choose the color. We can do Mickey or Minnie, but we'll talk about that when we get to the end. So just stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right. Last question before we get to her stuff is Angie asked, what activities do the hotels typically have during the day? And that varies hotel to hotel, but most of them have a movie at nighttime. They put this big blow-up screen out, like a big screen, and they'll post usually near the pool or different areas, like this is what we're watching this week. Like tonight might be Little Mermaid, tomorrow might be Lion King, on and on. They also, most of the hotels do marshmallow roasting that's free, and you can pay a few dollars and get like the s'mores kit.
Yeah.
You don't have to. We like doing that.
Yeah, and it's Mickey-shaped s'mores.
Yeah.
I really love s'mores.
And they have this nice little fire pit built, and they give you the stick and everything.
Yeah.
So that's most places have that, and then some have like T-shirt tie-dye things where you can make a T-shirt in the middle of the day, and usually you have to pay for that. They have trivia at the different pools, which is pretty popular. What else? Sometimes they have a DJ according to the time of the year and what time of day it is. There's just all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But basically, when you get to the resort, there'll be these boards out, usually in the walkways or by the pool or somewhere. They'll be all over the place. It'll say, here's what's going on this week. And you can, if you have a rest day or whatever, you can go play along. Even like when we're at Port Orleans Riverside, they have Yeehaw Bob that plays the piano at nighttime.
Yeah.
So hopefully that answers some questions.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to switch gears a little bit. And again, if you're just tuning in, at the end of this, in about just a short while, we're going to give away a T-shirt. So just stay with us, and we'll get there. We're going to do, Joanna wants to talk about her top 10 ride list, and then we're going to answer the rest of these questions y'all sent in, then we're going to give away a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So, she's made a list, and we're going to let her talk about them, and you can name them off and then tell them about the ride.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Number 1, Haunted Mansion. It's very fun. So
you got to check out her video.
yeah.
She made a video and kind of talked through as the ride shows on the screen, she talks through the whole ride and stuff. So check it out. It's on her channel. Check it out.
Yeah. And
would you recommend it for smaller children? Like maybe if they're scared, is that okay for them to ride it, or should they not ride it?
they should not ride it because if they're scared of ghosts or jump scares, they should not.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's a funny ride. You'll probably hear that in the microphone when you're sliding on that. So Haunted Mansion is your number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2, Big Thunder Mountain.
Railroad.
Yeah.
Big Thunder is currently under refurbishment for about a year. But we jumped on it right before it went down.
Yeah.
And it was your first, what I'd call, well, you rode that and Seven Dwarfs kind of the same day, but it was your biggest roller coaster so far.
Yeah.
What all do you like about it?
The goats and the dino bones.
There's goats. There's several goats.
Yeah.
And then it does, I think, 3 lift hills, and it does some little, it's not, no loops or no inversions. It's just kind of, it gets fast a few times and does some turns and humps and all.
Yeah. So, please do not let your smaller children ride it because they will get scared. And, yeah.
But you did fine on it.
Yeah.
What you got next?
So, number 3, Slinky Dog Dash.
Woo!
Slinky Dog Dash, I rode it, and the Christmas overlay, it went. So, it's pretty fun, and even smaller children can ride it.
Dawn in 2022 didn't know any better and assumed it was like more of a kiddie roller coaster like Barnstormer or something smaller, and we got on that thing. Even I wasn't expecting it. It zooms, don't it?
Yeah.
And she kind of didn't like it then, so we fast forwarded 2 years, and then this year you were a little bit nervous, but now we done rode it several times.
Yeah.
You got on it and loved it. So, but just be careful. It's a fast roller coaster.
Yeah.
Definitely do the Barnstormer first.
Yeah.
But it whips around, and then what does it say?
Hold on. Here we go. Here we go.
Number
4.
4.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh.
It's pretty fun, and also when it takes your picture, it does like a little ramp thingy, like a little slide.
Dead man, tail, no tails.
Yeah.
The bones, cross bones, takes your picture, and then you go down a little slide, and it catches some people off guard, don't it?
Yeah.
And then you splash in.
Yeah, it's like, when I first rode it, I was so scared of it, but now I got used to it.
You've probably rode it 6 or 8 times now.
Yes, 6 or 8 times. And it's very fun.
What's your favorite scene? What's your favorite part of the ride?
The part where Captain Jack Sparrow gets all like all the coins and treasure and the goats part. The goats.
Of course.
Like Big Thunder Mountain, they got goats.
They got goats. If you're just tuning in, we're going through Joanna's top 10 ride list, and then I'm going to finish answering some questions y'all sent in, and at the end we're giving away one of these cool t-shirts.
Yeah, cool t-shirts. So, number 5, Rise of Resistance. It is very fun, and R5 drives you, and even there's BB-8. And so, it's very fun. And R2 has like a little tiny drop. And it feels like you're really in space flying around.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing really scary on it. That drop catches a few people off guard, but it's just a small little drop. And then it's a very cool. The whole ride, like from the time you walk into it to the time you get off, it takes about 30 minutes to get through this whole thing. 20 minutes, whatever it is, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So number 6, Star Tours. Star Tours is very fun, and it's like Roger Resistant, but without that tiny drop. So it even has like a corkscrew, but it doesn't actually make you go corkscrew. It just tilts it, and then
it's sort of like you're in the spaceship, but the whole thing moves as you're actually, like, no joke, you're driving it. So like if you get somebody that's never done it or don't really know how to control it, it can be a sort of rough ride. But it is very cool, and usually the wait's not that bad. Like today I was looking and it was about 15 minutes. I'm sure it got up to 30 or 40 middle of the day, but it's really not that bad.
Yeah. So number 7 is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. It's also very fun, and
you put on the 3D glasses.
Yeah. It's like you're really in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's like you're a little mouse.
Yeah, and you're in a little mouse.
And you smell the stuff that is showing, and it is neat. It's hard to explain, but it is a very popular ride at Epcot.
Yeah.
So I would suggest getting a lightning lane, or they just started a single rider line.
Yeah.
But you're going to get split up. You're going to be put with somebody else. But I've heard that it can be pretty quick.
Yeah. So number 8, the Little Mermaid. It's also a very fun ride, but
it's sort of like the same. It's an omni mover. It's sort of like Haunted Mansion as far as you're riding in a thing. It's a dark ride, but it quickly tells the story of the Little Mermaid, and you get to see her a few times, and Sebastian,
and Ursula and the eels. So.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then number 9, the teacups.
The teacups. The cool thing about the teacups to me is usually if there's a holiday,
like Halloween or Christmas,
they do that sort of music, and there's like an overlay, a light overlay, so like Christmas, I think it had red and green lights.
Yeah.
And
Halloween had like them all Halloween colors.
Mm-hmm. But you get in it and you spin it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good, neat. So number 10 is my most favorite.
Oh, I think you skipped something. You skipped 9.
Oh.
No, you didn't, or did you?
I didn't.
Okay, never mind.
So my most favorite is in Animal Kingdom, and it's Flight of Passage. You can hear and feel the Ikron breathing, and you can ride a real Ikron. And it feels like you're really in Pandora, and like there's like these little splashes that come down.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like you're really in Pandora.
I would say if you get motion sickness, be careful, because these things, it's almost like you're riding a animal or something, because that's what they want you to feel like. But they raise forward and left and right, and you put on the 3D glasses, and if I've read, we've all been fine.
Yeah.
And she's rode it for 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
But I've read it's easy. If you get motion sick, pretty easy.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out.
But it's pretty cool.
Oh, it's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Is that all your rides?
Yes.
All right, we're going to go back to our questions y'all sent in. But don't forget, if you're just tuning in, here in a few minutes, we're going to give away one of these Mickey or Minnie shirts. And I'll give you all the details on that as soon as we get through these questions.
Yeah.
And then you can tell us what color you want, and we'll get together and we'll make it and ship it to you. All right, let's start back with these questions real quick. Richard asked, does it cost money to use the monorail? No, it does not. From what I understand, at Disneyland, the monorail is more like a ride, but at Disney World, it's actually transportation that'll get you from the parking lot to 3 different hotels, to Magic Kingdom, to Epcot. But no, it's a form of transportation, and it don't cost anything.
Yeah, it's free.
Yep. What do you think about the monorail?
It's cool. You can go over and to get like the view of the parks, couple of the parks.
I like it. I think I like the Skyliner a little bit better, but I still like the monorail.
Can I tell them something?
Yeah.
So, if you're bored and have like nothing to do, you can go to like the hotel activities, or you can just go play in the parks.
Yep. And you can ride like
Almost a million rides.
Yep. But you could actually not even have a park ticket and ride around on the monorail or the Skyliner or the buses, whatever.
Yeah.
Lauren asked, "What are the best times of year to visit with the best temperatures?" And Lauren, I will tell you, basically, let's call it April through early October is quite toasty and humid. So if you go in the middle of the summer, the crowds may be a little less, or let's say the end of the summer when the kids are going back to school, but it is hot, 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 and you're going to be wanting to kind of not stay outside for long. And I'll say this year, normally it don't get cold for long in Orlando, but this year's been sort of a weird year, and it has been kind of chilly. When we were there, even back, what was it, a month ago, we had one night in particular where it was straight up freezing. I mean, we had definitely not brought enough clothes, but even with like a hoodie and a coat and all that sort of thing, we were shivering. So I had probably, if like I had the choice, I'd rather go when it's a little cooler than hot. But we really like March and October, late October, because that gives you like just a little bit warm during the day. Like you can still wear shorts the whole trip, but at night, you know, it gets a little chilly. You might put on a thin hoodie or something. But summertime is really, really toasty. And usually the winter's pretty mild, but it's kind of chilly this year.
Yeah.
Amy said, "Does each park have a certain parade?" And no, they do not. From my understanding, before COVID, you know, they had different parades at Hollywood Studios, and Magic Kingdom, of course, is always going to have some sort of parade. Animal Kingdom has these boat flotilla things that go down the waterways now with different characters on them, but it's not really a parade. And Epcot, there's no parade. There's different things that happen, like the janitors, they play songs on like trash cans and they're dressed like janitors. It's pretty cool, but no parade. Melissa asks, "How far are the parks from each other?" Roughly, the furthest you're probably going to ride is about 10 or 15 minutes, according to how traffic is. So they're not far.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got some more people on here. So if you're just tuning in, hang with us another few minutes, and when we get to the end here, we're going to give away one of these shirts.
Yeah.
You can get a Mickey or a Minnie, and you can choose your colors and all that sort of thing. So hang with us, and if nobody is on here when we get to that point, we'll try it again next week.
Yeah.
All right, we only got a couple more questions.
Yeah.
Greg says, "I'm staying at All Star Music in a few weeks. How is the food in the food court?" It's okay. I mean, it's not going to win any medals, but you got to be careful. Because let me tell you what we did last time. We were at Art of Animation and went to the food court one night just because I wanted to eat the food court one night just to be there. And we did go a little crazy. I mean, we got some desserts and I got a hot dog and whatever, and I was thinking this will be about $50.
Yeah.
It was like $105 because a drink is like $6 or something.
Yeah.
The hot dog's $15 or whatever, and that only counts sides and all this. So I would say, after that experience, unless you're just going to get like one little item, also you order off the kids menu. There's plenty of stuff on the kids menu. There's plenty, and it don't matter how old you are. But for $105, we could have went to a lot fancier place and ate and had a lot better food. So.
Should I tell them something?
Mm-hmm.
So, stay tuned until the end so you can get like these cool t-shirts. You can pick Mickey like him or Minnie like me.
That's right.
So find your best color and stay tuned.
We're going to talk about it in just a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see. Heather asked, do we need park tickets if we have booked a restaurant that's in a particular park? And yes, I think a lot of people misunderstand. To get, you can't just, excuse me, got something in my gizzard. You can't just book the restaurant and not have a ticket to the park. In other words, they're not going to let you in unless you have let's say you book Be Our Guest that's in Magic Kingdom. Unless you got a ticket to Magic Kingdom, you can't just bounce up in there and eat. So yes, you do have to have a ticket. There's really not a way around that one. Abby says, which park has the best shows? That's a tough one. I mean, like Magic Kingdom, you're going to get the parade. You're going to get a couple stage shows with the main characters.
At Hollywood Studios, you get Fantasmic.
That's what I was going to talk about. That's probably my favorite thing at any of the parks, and it's the last thing at night. You have to look it up on YouTube. We've actually videoed it before. And there's also at Hollywood Studios, you got like a Beauty and the Beast stage show. You got a Indiana Jones show. There's a ton of stuff there. At Epcot, there's a few things.
The Spaceship Earth show, like the light show on it.
Yeah, there's a Beauty and the Beast sing along there.
Yeah.
There's some different stuff in the different countries. And then Animal Kingdom has some good shows too. They got the Finding Nemo show.
They got the bird show.
Bird. Honestly, if it was just for the shows, I would probably narrow it to Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. But man, Fantasmic is great.
And there's also Feathered Friends in Flight, which has rare birds and a bald eagle.
Festival of the Lion King, Animal Kingdom, I'd put way up there too. It's a really good show.
Yeah.
So it'd be a hard decision to just pick one. Last question from Kat is, I heard you can get pixie dusted, and she put in parentheses, upgraded at a hotel. How do I get this? Well, there's not really a way to just get it. From what I understand, it is completely random, and I was actually listening to somebody last night that had worked for Disney, and they said at their particular hotel, they were allowed to upgrade one person each day. So in other words, you go to check in, and they're going to put you in the best suite they got, or they're going to even transfer you to a fancier hotel. I also heard about this one time. A family got there, and it was a super busy day. They were just staying at All Star or whatever. And they had a bunch of kids, and all the kids were, getting angry, and it was getting to be 4 or 5 o'clock. And I'll say this is not the norm. We usually check in at 10 o'clock in the morning, but they finally went to the front desk and was like, is there anything we can do? These kids need a nap and all this. And they upgraded them to the Grand Floridian, which is the top of the line, $1,500 a night hotel. And, but that's not the norm. I think people think it happens all the time, because I think some people are online talking about it happened to them, but it's very, 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 very few. And there's nothing that you can do to make it happen. It's just completely random. I've also seen, we've never had it happen, where Disney may email you and say, hey, I know you're staying at All Star Sports, but for $10 more a day, would you be interested in upgrading to whatever, Port Orleans, French Quarter? And obviously it would be worth it, because normally that's 2 or 3 times the price. So I've never had it happen, but it's a very rare thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the t-shirt giveaway.
Yeah.
We are going to give away, okay, let's see. We have got some people on here. Thanks for watching. We're going to do a t-shirt giveaway. We've got a few people on here, it looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to have y'all choose a number between 1 and 20. And we're going to wait about 3 or 4 minutes here and put it into the chat. I've already got a number wrote down, and whoever gets closest to that number, we're going to get with you and let you pick out a shirt. We can make Mickey ones.
Or mini ones.
And mini ones. You can choose the colors, the whole 9 yards. And it looks like we got a few people on here chatting, so that's good. So if you want to, in the chat, choose a number between 1 and 20, type it in, make sure nobody else has already chose that number. I'll try to keep track of it. If that happens, we'll get the second person to choose a number. And then here in about 2 minutes, we're going to show you our number. You can only choose one number, so you can't put in like a bunch of different numbers. But here in a minute, we're going to show you our number, and whoever's closest to that number, we're going to send you a free t-shirt. And we got Mickey ones.
Or Minnie ones.
And we can do colors. Dawn can, we'll be doing more t-shirt stuff as we go along. It looks like people are punching in numbers. We'll give it about another minute and a half, and then we'll show you our number. And we're going to start doing this every Monday at 6 o'clock. We'll do our little live stream. People have been sending in questions, and we can chat about stuff. Joanna had her list.
Yeah.
And probably next week it'll be a different design of a t-shirt, and then we'll kind of grow this thing into some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in, we're giving away a t-shirt in about 1 minute. Choose a number between 1 and 20, but don't choose any of the numbers that's already been chosen. So far, it looks like we got a 15 and a 19 that has been chosen. And you can only choose, one number. So we'll give it about 1 more minute. But it's pretty exciting. What we'll do, whoever wins, I think it's already probably posted, but I'll give you my email address. And you can shoot me an email and say, hey, I want a whatever color, a red t-shirt with whatever, and it'll be this design.
Or this design.
And you can tell us the size and all that, and it'll probably take us about 2 days to get it made, 2 or 3 days, and then we'll get it shipped out to you.
Yeah.
Happy January. If you're just tuning in, we're giving away one of these t-shirts, or this design. Choose a number between 1 and 20. We've already got one wrote down. We're going to show you in a minute. And then whoever's closest wins a free t-shirt. Your choice of colors.
Yeah. You're a free t-shirt. So later, Gators. And remember, stay tuned.
We're not going anywhere yet. We're going to give it just about 30 more seconds. Giving away a t-shirt. Just choose a number. Whoever's closest to our number we got wrote down wins.
Yeah.
And if you got any questions, if you're watching this after the fact, we're going to be going live every Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
And last week, there were some questions sent in all kind of different ways. Email, Instagram, YouTube. So we'll talk about whatever.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of questions about like transportation and how to get from park to park and that sort of thing. So, all right, final call. If you're on here, we're giving away a t-shirt and one of these designs.
Or this design.
Choose a number between 1 and 20.
Yeah. And choose a color.
And then after that, we'll see who's closest. I think everybody shows their numbers on the back of your sheet with your top 10 things. There's a number, Joanna. Show them what that number is. Open that first page up.
I gotta show them.
Tell them what it is.
It is 12.
12. It looks like J Dawn M is the winner.
Woo! So you get a free t-shirt.
Yeah. So just shoot me an email, jeremytherapytv@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And let me know a size and a color, and Dawn will whip it up here in the next day or two, and we'll get it shipped out to you.
Yeah.
jeremytherapytv@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And next week, if you're watching this after the fact, we're going to be giving away some stuff. We may even start giving away multiple. I mean, I don't want to give away like a dozen or anything, but if we get a bigger crowd watching, we'll start giving away more stuff. Dawn would normally be with us. She had to work tonight, so it's no biggie, but she'll be back next week. We got a podcast we recorded coming out on Thursday.
Yeah.
And a couple other videos. So appreciate y'all watching.
Lady Gators.
12 was the number. Did you show it to them?
Yes.
Okay.
And Jadon, you are the winner, so you get a free t-shirt.
That's right.
Mickey, like him, or me, Minnie.
Very cool.
So choose a color, choose a size, which is 12.
Yep, he was the closest.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But wait, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
How do you put the number here?
I just wrote it on there before we started.
Like it magically appeared?
Yeah. Anything else we need to talk about?
We can, talk about, some more,
I actually just ordered, they came in today, about a dozen Disney pins that we'll give away at some point.
yeah,
We gave away 3, I think.
yeah.
And now I think we'll switch to some shirts. We got some different designs coming up. And Dawn also she does all this stuff for local people. So it'll be easy all we gotta do is ship it. But she's got all the sublimation stuff, and she makes the tumblers, and she works at the hospital, makes these badge reels, and we'll probably have some of that stuff we'll give away soon as well.
Yeah, so Jadon, if you're watching this, you can get your free t-shirt.
That's right. Just shoot me an email and we'll get you fixed up. Everybody else, we appreciate you watching. Any questions, just put them in the comments or give us a holler. And we got some videos coming out, but we'll see y'all next Monday.
Later, Gators.
Later, Gators.
And,
Good job.
wait, I gotta tell you something.
Go ahead.
And, Jadon, so since you picked 12, you get a free t-shirt, and you send the email journeytherapytv.com
At gmail.com.
at gmail.com.
You got it figured out. Very cool.
So,
Thank y'all for watching.
see you later, and see you later, alligator.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll end the stream. Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
You did.
Is it, instantly